impressive was LeBron last night?
He was very impressive, and here we'll go again, 2 weeks into the season, and this is basically his third virtuoso. Third straight triple-double. I don't know. Have the Lakers have any good players since 1987? I just need to know.
A few.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's only his second year there. The third straight triple-double for the Washed King. The Washed King. Oh, he's so unathletic. His time is he's no longer the best player. I heard a Hall of Famer and many other players say Kawhi Leonard does everything better than LeBron James except play basketball. Jenny, he out of PTO. 2 weeks into the season, he got no sick days left, but we're going to talk about him a little later.
Wow. Definitely later.
LeBron James keeps letting everyone know, Skip, what I knew to be true all along. He's still the best player in the NBA. Did you know over these last 3 games, he's averaging 30 points, 13 assists, 11 rebounds?
Wow.
I was sure wish Kawhi could get me one of those. Skip, he kept them in the game when AD did not have it going. Skip, normally when you play professional sports and you go back and you have a player on your team and you're going back to his hometown, they do everything they can to try to get him going. You play the All-Star game, if one of the players on the team, you try to get him the MVP. Well, AD is in his hometown, Chicago. No, that's very special to him. And LeBron tried to get him going, and it didn't work out so well. AD was 1 for 6. -5 in the first quarter. And they were down, I think, 17 at the half, and LeBron James kept them in the game. He kept them afloat. And I know you're going to talk about the bench at some point in time, but the bench was the reason they got in this point. Because Kuzma in the first quarter, -5, Quinn Cook, -7, Caruso, -7, Troy Daniels, -4. So the deficit expanded when they came into the ball game. But LeBron James still controls the game. He still can score at an elite level, hence the 27.2 career average. He still can rebound at an elite level, even though he has AD, Dwight Howard, and JaVale McGee. He's still got double-digit rebounds. Led the team again in points, rebounds, and assists, which is no shock. That's customary for him because he's still all-time great. And in the fourth quarter, LeBron James only scored 2 points, but he assisted 5, so for a total of 12. And see, the thing is that sometimes what great players struggle with, Jenny, is that they come in there like, okay, let me do this. I got to do my thing. He's like, nah, y'all got it going. Keep that thing going. Hey, yo, Kuz, take that. Quinn Cook, you got it going. Take that. And that's what LeBron separates LeBron from a lot of other great players, is that he understands the situation, and he doesn't always try to. And sometimes I get upset with him because I think he should interject. But in most cases, LeBron does not get caught up, well, you see that guy scoring, you should try to go match him point for point. LeBron says, nah, Kuzma got it going. Let me try and help him find the rhythm because he had been struggling since he had come back. Let me try to help him find the rhythm. Kuzma made some shots, kept it going, 11 points in the fourth quarter, 15 overall. Quinn Cook got it going in the fourth quarter, played unbelievable. And they allowed those guys to finish out the ball game. Caruso finished out the ball game. Quinn Cook finished out the ball game. So this was unbelievable performance by LeBron James. I'm not surprised for an untalented, washed guy in year 17 to be doing this. All he's doing is averaging 26, 8, and 11, but he washed. Let you tell it. Boy, bye.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said it. Yeah, you said it. Because you came out here, came down the aisle like you was on Soul Train with a Kawhi jersey on and some orthopedic butt New Balance shoes. So, yes, you said it.
You know, I wish I could have been on Soul Train. I wish. That would have been the highlight of my life.
Well, you came down the line with that Kawhi jersey on. I can't believe, I still can't believe you did that. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Well, at least I put it on over my shirt. You know, like I didn't go guns out.
I mean, I can't help it.
Okay.
I can't because you got a little water pistols. I got these bazookas over here.
I think the bazookas might be on this side of the table. So, is it my turn?
Yes, please, Skip.
You know, I don't know what's wrong, but I got to get a new TV.
You need one.
I got to get out of the black and white age.
That's your Christmas gift from them. Give you a TV.
I'm confused about the game. Maybe I accidentally flipped over to the Thunder Magic game, and I thought it was the Lakers Bulls game. I don't know, but I saw a completely different game because I saw LeBron James get taken out of the game after 3 quarters by his new coach, Frank Vogel. And they were trailing by 13 points. thanks to a three-point shot made by 7'2" Luke Cornett of Vanderbilt University at the buzzer of the third quarter.
Oh, what?
Wow.
You had to get that.
Notice that?
The NBA pipeline, Vanderbilt.
Oh, the NBA pipeline,
and
NFL, and MLB.
I just had to get that in
They
there.
do it all.
7'2" tall, made three. So it's Lakers down 13.
Yes.
LeBron on the bench, and with actually the whole starting five on the bench, because I'm looking, there's no LBJ, there's obviously no Anthony Davis, there was no, the whole starting five. There's no Danny Green, there's no KCP, there's no JaVale. They're all watching as the shock troops, the second unit, goes on a 14-0 run with LeBron James, the GOAT, says the man across from me, watching.
Yes.
14-0 run. And I watched Kyle Kuzma suddenly turn back into Kyle Kuzma.
Okay.
I saw him open the fourth quarter with a three-point shot, and that was after he had, since he came back from injury, missed 12 of his first 13 three-point shots.
Thank you very much.
Right?
Thank you very much.
Over the last couple of games. And then I saw Quinn Cook, who LeBron said after the game is as good a catch-and-shoot three-point shooter as there is in the league, and I agree with that.
Yep.
He is as good as there is. He was deadly for Golden State.
Yep.
And that was a sweet pickup by Rob Pelinka. And I saw him go off, and I saw Alex Caruso. By the way, the Lakers announcers calling him Alexander the Great.
Alexander.
Wow.
Oh, he catching bodies left and right. Yep.
And I saw Quinn Cook and Alexander the Great making shots and plays all over the floor. And I saw this guy who used to be Dwight Howard, who was just dead in the water, so to speak, as an NBA player.
They left him for dead. Left him for dead.
6 teams in the last 5 years. I saw the new guy. I don't know who that guy. We got to change his name. He's not Dwight. Maybe it's Howard Dwight now. Or something. He's got the new hair. He's got the new body, and he's got a new game because he's got new game on both ends of the floor that I have never seen before, and he's in his 16th season.
Yep.
Impossible. I saw shock troops. I saw the Chicago Bulls get cooked, get demoralized, get defeated, and when LeBron James finally re-entered the game with 8 minutes and 37 seconds left, they were up 1, and it was over. And before you looked up after LeBron re-entered, it was a 13-point game in favor of the Lakers, and they cruised to a 6-point win. And so what was my takeaway from all that? The major damage was done with the washed king, quote-unquote, on the bench watching, and the truth was that the backups saved LeBron and company from an embarrassing defeat on the road at Chicago, because could I remind everybody that Michael Jordan no longer plays for the Bulls? Does anybody know that? I don't know. You don't know that. Do you think Michael's still playing?
No.
No, okay. I think Laker Nation has decided, or at least LeBron Nation, the blind witnesses, they've decided that Michael is actually still playing for the Bulls. The Bulls are now 2-6.
Yeah.
The Bulls are now in the Eastern Conference 14th in the standings. 14th. There's only one team below them in the Eastern Conference standings. That is the Knicks at 1-6. 2-6 to 1-6. So they're a half game from bottom.
Yeah.
That's a bad basketball team. That shouldn't have happened to start with, yet I heard LeBron after the game have the audacity to take a shot at the backups, and I think you were going that direction because you made the same point. LeBron's line after the game was they made up for their first half performance.
Yeah.
Woo!
Did he lie?
Whoa!
Did he lie?
Whoa!
What lie, though? No lie detected.
That's leadership.
No lie, don't do that, Skip.
They save you, and then you take a shot at them.
They dug the hole. Oh, you dig the hole, you pushed me in, but then you helped me out. Oh, I saved you. You dug the hole and pushed me in, you ain't saved jack.
Wait, didn't the starters help dig that hole?
All I know,
did LeBron play in the first half? Did AD play?
Yeah, LeBron
did Danny Green and KCP and JaVale play? I don't know. Did they play? And yet, guess what Frank Vogel said after the game? He said, I had to take LeBron out after the third quarter because he was, and I'm going to use his word, he said he was, quote-unquote, exhausted.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, how do you get exhausted from contributing to a 13-point deficit?
He had played 27 minutes, almost 28 minutes up until that point. Your guy's on load management. That's why he can't get exhausted, because he doesn't play but every other day.
We'll get there.
Well, he's been doing that for years.
Oh, whoa.
His San Antonio coach taught him that. Championship and was MVP of the finals last year because that's how he did it.
Well, LeBron James shouldn't even be playing no more.
Okay, well, you know
LeBron has won 3 championships, a 4-time MVP. So why the hell is he even playing the regular season?
I do think he should load manage a lot more because he is much older than Kawhi Leonard.
I can't tell.
Much older.
I can't tell. So which guy?
Really?
Which guy's in the wheelchair getting breaks every night?
By the way, if you can't tell, there were 2 plays that happened late in the second quarter where I was thinking, LeBron, what are you doing? It did look a little washed. It did look a little sort of unathletic. If we could see these 2 plays.
Yeah.
This is when Chicago's in complete charge of the game. And here comes LeBron on the first one. Watch this.
He's expecting contact.
Wait, LeBron.
He tried to get contact. All he tried to do was...
Just dunk it.
Nah.
He almost missed the rim with the right-handed layup. What are you doing?
Skip.
LeBron, don't do that.
So he's the first guy to miss a layup.
But this is LeBron James. This is the GOAT.
So Michael Jordan never missed a layup? I can show you clips of Michael missing dunks.
And then here's another one. We got to see the second play. This happened just a minute or so later. Here's the second one. And he goes up and he's like, what? And he throws it over the rim. And I'm saying, LeBron, you're better than that.
Oh, okay.
Come on. And how many times on the show have I called him the greatest attacker of the basket we've ever seen in the history of the NBA? No. And I'm thinking those 2 basket attacks were embarrassing. That looked washed to me.
It looked like washed. What about when he took it off against the Mavericks?
Oh, okay.
Take it off the rim. Okay, what about in the first quarter?
But those were like back-to-back kind of drives to the basket where you're saying, what are you doing?
Hold on, Skip. See, this is what you always try to do. LeBron James gives you a virtuoso, and you try to pass the credit off to everybody else.
Do those count in the virtuoso? I don't know.
Yes. But he did have 30. He did have 10. He did have 11. Now, you're complimenting, and granted, the bench played unbelievable. The bench scored 48 points last night. The Clippers bench averaged 55. Sweet Lou averages 20. Trez Harrell averages 19.
That's why I picked the Clippers to win the championship.
Okay, then. But hold on. But you can't pick them to win the championship and heap praise on them for their bench contribution, but blast LeBron James when he gets bench contribution? How do we do that?
Well, because you didn't expect that from those guys because he's the king.
What should we? Oh, no. I thought Kawhi Leonard was the best player in the NBA. See, it's the old adage. I had a boss tell me, he said, Shannon, now you know that guy over there, he outworked you. But if I can just get him to come to work, Kawhi Leonard, he might have been the best player if he just come to work.
Going into the year, did you predict that the Lakers bench was going to be equal to the Clippers bench? I don't think so.
Skip.
I didn't think you didn't see any of this coming.
Well, did I expect Kyle Kuzma? Coming into the season, I thought Kyle Kuzma would be in the starting lineup.
Well, I assume he might still be.
Right. So you got 15 points from him off the bench, and you got some contributions from Quinn Cook. If we can just get adequate, that was the thing last year, Skip, is LeBron James had to play so many minutes because when he was off the court, whatever lead they had dissipated, and if they behind when he came back in, they were further behind. They had no depth. But you keep talking about Kuzma. Kuzma in the first quarter was 1 for 6. After 2 quarters, he was 2 of 8. He was minus 13 at the half.
I said he missed 12 of his first 13 threes after coming back.
Well, no, I ain't talking about no threes. I'm talking about 2s, too.
Hey, did he not catch fire?
0 for 2. Oh, he was 0 for 2 in the first quarter. And then was was he, 1 for 4?
Shannon, what have I told you about Kyle Kuzma? When he gets right after the ankle injury he suffered playing for Team USA, when he gets right, he will be your closer. And you saw the first glimpse of that.
Skip.
Hey, that guy is cold-blooded.
Skip.
That guy is fearless. And nobody on this team can get going the way Kyle Kuzma can get going.
Everybody in the NBA, if they get going, is unstoppable.
That guy is more. That guy will be the X factor whether you win or lose the championship.
Yes, because he's the third option, just like Klay Thompson was the third option. But the thing is with Klay Thompson that Kyle Kuzma needs to understand, he's the third option. Klay Thompson never tried to supersede Steph, even though he hit 37 in a quarter, even though he hit 14 threes in the game. He never tried to supersede Steph or KD.
Okay.
That's what Kuzma's going to have to understand. I don't care how hot he get. He's not a better player than AD. He's not a better player than LeBron James. You know that. He's a
better closer than either one of them.
Stop.
He's the better closer.
So what?
What happened on opening night against the Clippers? I know it was a quote-unquote Clippers home game, but it was at Staples Center. Okay. And what happened? It sounded like a Lakers.
Okay, they lost the game. That's what happened. They lost.
In the fourth quarter, what happened? There was no Kyle Kuzma, and Anthony Davis went 0-4. He scored 0 points. He had 0 rebounds. Is that maybe 1 rebound?
But
0. And wait, LeBron had 2 points. So they combined for 2 points in the fourth quarter of a winnable game.
Skip, I remember you saying the very same thing about Kawhi in the playoffs last year.
I did.
With all these other guys.
I will continue to say it.
But now he's the best.